I am Steve Barker, a British military veteran who has operated in hostile terrain and learned that survival is never about luck. It is about staying calm, thinking clearly, and making the right call under pressure. I have endured harsh weather, rough ground, isolation, the kind of conditions that test your body and your mind in equal measure. Welcome to the next episode of Survive When It Counts, Wilderness Survival. In this episode, we strip everything back to the essentials, mindset, priorities, and the first actions that matter most when things go wrong. The first and most important skill is mindset. When something goes wrong outside, panic burns energy fast and clouds judgment. The goal is to slow everything down. Stop, breathe, assess, and decide what matters most right now. Are you injured? Is the weather closing in? Do you need water, shelter, or a way to signal for help? Outdoor survival often comes down to priorities, and the people who do best are usually the ones who can think clearly under pressure. A calm mind helps you conserve energy, avoid unnecessary movement, and make the next right decision instead of 10 rushed ones. Next comes the classic survival sequence: shelter, water, fire, and navigation. Shelter protects you from wind, rain, heat loss, and exposure, which can become dangerous far faster than most people expect. Even a basic lean-to, top setup, or dry natural shelter can buy you time and stability. Water is the next critical need, but knowing where to find it is only half the battle. You also need to know how to make it safe. Fire supports warmth, cooking, drying clothing, morale, and signaling, but it should never distract you from keeping your priorities straight. Navigation, meanwhile, prevents a bad situation from getting worse. If you know how to orient yourself, read land features, and avoid wandering in circles, you dramatically improve your chances of reaching safety. Outdoor survival also depends on practical field habits that many people overlook. Clothing choices, foot care, and basic campcraft can make the difference between manageable discomfort and a full-blown emergency. Wet socks, poor layering, blisters, and bad sleeping setups drain strength quickly. Good clothing management keeps heat in, and it is cold and helps you regulate temperature when conditions shift. Strong campcraft means setting up efficiently, keeping gear organized, protecting food and supplies, and maintaining hygiene even when resources are limited. These small habits matter because survival is often less about dramatic moments and more about staying functional hour after hour. Finally, no outdoor survival skill set is complete without emergency signaling and first aid. If rescue is possible, you need to be able to attract attention clearly and consistently. That could mean sound, light, reflective movement, ground-to-air signaling, or using a phone and battery wisely when available. First aid is equally important because minor injuries can become serious if ignored. Cuts, sprains, dehydration, exhaustion, and exposure all need to be managed early. The strongest survival plan is the one that keeps problems from stacking up in the first place. In the end, outdoor survival is about preparation, judgment, and adaptability. You do not need to know everything at once. You need a reliable foundation, practice skills, and the confidence to keep moving one step at a time. Build the basics, respect the environment, and remember that staying alive outdoors usually comes down to the simple things done right, under pressure, when it matters most. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Survive When It Counts. I hope what we have covered today gives you practical knowledge, sharper judgment, and the confidence to stay calm when conditions turn against you. If you have enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Books Central so you do not miss future episodes packed with survival knowledge, fieldcraft, and real-world guidance. And make sure you come back next week for the next episode, where we will continue building the skills that matter when it counts most. If you want the companion book to this podcast, The Calm Operator, Survival for Every Terrain, you will find it on Amazon and on the Books Central website. Until next time, stay sharp, stay prepared, and keep moving forward.